It's so much what we talk about with Xavier Worthy is what he did at the combine, but this guy's a football player. He's not
just a track guy.
Not just a track guy. And we saw the Kansas City Chiefs early in the game utilize him, put the ball in his hands early, and you saw him make that mad dash for the first touchdown. And then obviously the second receiving touchdown, he got behind the defense, which he's going to do quite often because of the speed he has. And you saw his impact in the game. He's going to have, as the season goes on, he's going to have a bigger and bigger impact because, again, the one thing you can't teach is speed, and that's what he's going to bring to the table on this offense.
All right, so the highly anticipated Week 1 game between the reigning Super Bowl champions Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens have came to an end, and we need to talk about it because this game definitely lived up to the hype. But first, if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I will continue to produce Chiefs content all throughout the season. Also, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, as it really helps grow the channel. Now, let's not waste any more time and let's dive right into it. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Baltimore Ravens 27-20 on Thursday night, and like I said, this game really lived up to the hype. We got to see some of the newly added players on both teams right before our very eyes, and all I can say is I can't wait to see this 2024 NFL season continue to unfold. I really want to focus on the Chiefs side of this game because, as we remember from last season, one of the main issues when it came to this team was the lack of trust there was in the receiving core on a week-to-week basis. It just seemed like guys were out of sync all year, dropping passes. And in this Thursday game, we got to see some of Patrick Mahomes' new toys in action. Before we get into that though, let's talk about Patrick's performance. Patrick Mahomes finished the game 20 for 28 passing with 291 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and an interception. I was on Twitter during the game, and people were saying Patrick didn't have the best game, but from my own eyes, I think he managed the game very well and made plays when he needed to make them and when they were needed. He did have a bad interception to Roquan Smith in the second quarter, which led to a Ravens field goal right before halftime, but it definitely wasn't the end of the world at that point. We also have to remember too that he is facing one of the best defenses in the league. Look, I'm not worried about Patrick's play at all. Like I said, he didn't have a bad game in my eyes. I actually think as the season progresses, he'll be one of the front runners for the MVP award just because I think he has a receiving core that he will have way more trust with compared to last season. Travis Kelce had a pretty quiet game, finishing with only 3 receptions and 34 yards. Travis is a guy I wouldn't be too worried about either. Some people bring up age, but he made some good blocks during the game, and him just being out there just pulls coverage away from their other pass catchers so they can go make plays. Isaiah Pacheco also had a pretty good game, finishing with 12 carries and 45 yards on the ground. He's just a workhorse, man. The way the guy runs the football is just one of one, and he was there getting all the tough yards when the Chiefs needed him to. He also scored the only touchdown in the third quarter, which put the Chiefs up 20-10 going into the fourth. Pacheco also had 2 catches for 33 yards through the air. Now, let's talk about the really bright spots that I saw from the Chiefs offense during Thursday's game. Xavier Worthy, the man we all wanted to see catching passes from Patrick Mahomes, right? Yeah, the new Tyreek Hill, as they like to say. This guy showed how dangerous he could be in an Andy Reid-led offense, and the Chiefs just showed why they traded up to get him in the first round during the 2024 draft. Worthy showed that 4.21 speed on a touchdown reverse play in the first quarter when he took a 21-yard run into the end zone to tie the game 7-7. He also caught a 35-yard bomb in the fourth quarter for another touchdown to put the Chiefs up 27-17, which pretty much sealed the deal for them. Worthy finished the game with 2 receptions for 47 yards and 1 rush for 21 yards, both leading to touchdowns as I stated above. Watching this guy play in this offense is going to be so exciting as NFL fans, and I'm sure watching this guy play in this offense is going to be so exciting as NFL fans, and I'm sure Chiefs fans are very pleased to have another speed demon in their offense again. Let's not forget about rasheerice though. This guy just proved to us that he's a bona fide wide receiver one, and I could tell this will be his breakout season. Rice finished the game with 7 catches and 103 receiving yards. The guy was just getting open left and right, and the Ravens defense clearly had no answer for him. He was also targeted 9 times, so we know going forward that this will be a go-to receiver throughout the season, and I'm just going to say it now, I won't be surprised if he finishes the year with over 1,200 to even 1,300 receiving yards. But that's only if he won't be suspended later in the season, because as we all know, he has some legal issues he's still dealing with. The most dangerous thing that we need to remember about this offense is that Hollywood Brown didn't even play. He's still healing from an injury, and this is another burner who the Chiefs will eventually deploy on their offense, making their schemes even more scary in the future. And of course, they brought back Juju Smith-Schuster, who I believe will contribute heavily in the season as he continues to learn more and more in the playbook, because they literally picked him up from the streets last week. Now, let's give this Chiefs defense a little love. I was very impressed from their performance tonight. They led up a few big plays to Ravens tight end Isaiah Likely, but other than that, I think this unit did a great job and overall held them in check. Even with the few of their pieces they lost during the offseason, I don't think it's far-fetched to say that this will be another elite group during the season. They held Derrick Henry to a measly 3.5 yards per carry, and he only finished the game with 46 yards on the ground. Chris Jones also made a big play in the game, sacking Lamar Jackson and causing a fumble, which led to a Kansas City field goal. Guys like Jalen Watson, Justin Reed, Leo Chanel, etc., they were all flying around the field, making plays and making key tackles. I'm eager to continue to watch this group because it just seems like everybody is bought into the defensive coordinator Coach Spags and what he wants to do. This is going to be a fun year for the Kansas City Chiefs, and as the season continues, we will see the full potential of this offense with the key acquisitions they made in the offseason. Guys, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any Chiefs content in the future. Please leave a like as well, as it really helps me grow the channel. Also, let me know in the comment section if you guys think the Chiefs will three-peat or not. Also, give me you guys' thoughts of the game as well. I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.